we have a major update as the Lakers have finally filled JJ Redick's coaching staff with longtime head coaches with a long track record of success in this league, a former coach of the year who was tasked with bringing up one of the best young teams of our era, and a former G League coach of the year who has WNBA ties and has some familiarity with Redick. But was there someone missing? What's good, y'all, and welcome to another Lakers Digest video. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama, and before we get into everything we have for you for today's video, guys, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already to get those Laker updates. Now, with that out of the way, let's hop straight into today's topics, as we've got a lot to talk about this coaching hire, as the Lakers have officially, the Lakers coaching staff is set. So, the Lakers have officially announced their coaching hires for JJ Redick's staff, and here are the names that were released today under JJ Redick. Former head coach Nate McMillan, Scott Brooks, former coach of the year, Bob Byer, Greg St. Jean, Lindsey Harding, Boljevic, and Michael Rexler. All of those will be the new names coming into the Lakers coaching staff. And there was also a press release, as JJ Redick said a few words about them in the press release. So the Lakers have named Nate McMillan, Scott Brooks, Bob Byer, Greg St. Jean, Lindsey Harding, Boljevic as assistant coaches on JJ Redick's staff. Additionally, the Lakers have added Michael Rexler as head video coordinator. And this is what Redick said. Throughout an internal and throughout process, we have brought together an exceptional, diverse, and dedicated coaching staff. Redick said, our goal from day one is fostering a high-performing environment of player development, team alignment through relentless work, daily contribution, and innovation. Players and staff here to enjoy the pursuit of excellence every time they step on the court. The expectations are clear, and my staff and I are committed to doing everything we need to ensure success at the highest level. So that is great to hear that the Lakers have finally put their whole coaching staff together. After about a couple of months here, the Lakers are finally able to put a staff together, and this can help them finally facilitate building that offense, building that defense, and building that system that JJ Redick has just been envisioning for this past couple of months here. But now he's able to put pen to paper, and now that they have the staff all settled, they're able to get on the work and start get working before training camp here in the next couple of months. So now that the Lakers have that set in stone, this is very crucial that they did it well before training camp, so they were able to maybe implement some schemes, and then say the Lakers always have a couple of players in and out of the gym at different times during the summer. So there's definitely going to be a couple of players coming in for a few of their individual workouts who will be seeing some of these coaches, and then obviously be able to get a little bit of more information about what the system is going to be and how they're going to go about it. But it seems Redick has been very adamant about player development, growing players, and having players be excellent every day. So kind of getting better every day. That's kind of been the theme of JJ Redick. It's kind of the theme he took to in his own career, where he was a guy who definitely wasn't the biggest, fastest, strongest dude, but he was committed to the work, and then he was a guy that who used his work, and then day by day was stacking days, and then he became one of the best movement and catch and shoot shooters the NBA has ever seen. So that type of work ethic that he put as a player, it seems like is going to be translated as what he puts into as a head coach. So all of these names, we know a few: Nate McMillan, Scott Brooks. Those are the two biggest names that we know. Nate McMillan from his Atlanta Hawks days, and then obviously Scott Brooks from his OKC days, and also a little bit with the Washington Wizards. So those two guys are going to be the obviously the top head assistant coaches. But then another name that I've been hearing a lot from is Lindsey Harding. She is someone who is kind of new to, like, I would say, the NBA mainstream. She's been around basketball for quite some time. She's been she was the #1 overall pick in the WNBA a few years back. Played a pretty solid career for the WNBA, about 9 to 10 years, I believe, the WNBA. So she's got experience there as a player, and then also she translated to coaching as well, because she was recently coaching the Stockton Kings. That's the Kings G League team. So she is another person who has really grown over the past couple of years, and that's why she's in this position. She also interviewed for head coach for the Charlotte Hornets. So all these people seem like capable and smart and thought out people, but there are some Laker fans asking, who's missing? Or as a matter of fact, who got snubbed? as there was obviously some names that the Laker faithful was hoping that would end up on the staff, and that name in particular is none other than Phil Handy. So Phil Handy was a name that a lot of Laker fans were hoping that would end up on the staff, but it looks like he's not going to be on this Laker staff. And then another name as well is Rajon Rondo. So that's kind of like was what a lot of Laker fans were hoping, that Rondo would make his way onto coaching with the Los Angeles Lakers. He does have a prior relationship with Redick, I believe. I don't know how extensive, but they have exchanged niceties before, and then also, he's got that connection with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, being, for one, that he was on that championship team, the 2020 bubble team. And then, so he's got ties there. But this kind of comes down to what JJ Redick wanted on his staff. And then maybe things with Rajon Rondo maybe didn't lie. And then same thing with Phil Handy. I don't know what their relationship is between Redick and Phil Handy. I don't know if these two guys, if they get along, if they talk. I don't really know any of that. So, to have him not on the staff isn't too surprising. We all know how good Phil Handy is, especially when it comes to player development. A lot of players, especially during the offseason, will go to Phil Handy for different workouts. They still do. They still will, as he is going to be a guy that is definitely going to be well sought out for another team looking to add to their coaching staff. But as far as the Lakers, I think Phil Handy, there was a report a couple of weeks ago that said he felt a little slighted that he wasn't looked at for positioning himself as a head coach. So maybe that's some of the reason why he didn't come back. But albeit though, the Lakers have their new player development guy, and then I believe that is going to be Bolbeck. So he comes from the Los Angeles Clippers and was helping develop some of their players. So we obviously may know Terrence Mann, who has really developed over the past couple of years, and you can attribute that to what the Clippers were doing over there and helping him find his role as an NBA player. Hopefully he can translate and do that for some of the Laker players on here, as we got guys who really could be something, guys like a Max Christie or a Dalton Connect, two guys who can really come into a role, and really they have the NBA tools to really be solid level role players. So we'll see what the Lakers are going to do on that front, because it seems like they're going to be very heavily emphasized on player development and growing some of these young players, because they have a lot of these players on their roster. Yes, we do have the oldest player in the league, LeBron James, but we do have a lot of young guys who the Lakers are going to be hoping who are going to develop here within the next couple of seasons. That is Bronny James, Jalen Hood-Schifino, Maxwell Lewis, Max Christie, and just to name a few. And then also some of the two-way guys, maybe it's Blake Hinson or an Armel Tomel. So these guys are all going to be within the Lakers' sort of like training ground, hoping that they can come into either NBA level starters, where a guy like Austin Reaves became, or an NBA level role player, like maybe say like a Josh Hart has developed into as one of the best role players in this league. So we'll see how the Lakers are able to really make these things work, make things go. But it is good news that they're able to get their coaching staff together. But that's probably going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. There is about 80% of you guys not subscribed to the channel. If you guys want more of those Laker updates, Laker news, just every and all things Lakers basketball, you guys will come right here to Lakers Digest, so you guys do not miss a beat. And with that out of the way, just one more thing, guys. Make sure you guys just leave some comments. So what do you guys think about the Lakers leaving off a guy like Phil Handy or Rajon Rondo? Would you like them to be on this Lakers staff? And do you think it would be a big issue at all? Or do you like the people who the Lakers announced today already? Do you think that's good enough? And the Lakers should be fine, especially with JJ Redick at the helm. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. I have been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.